Let's look at the weekly chart of VET. VET is still going through the testing stage. So during this period, the whales are actively testing the demand of the market and check out paper hands when the price moves up and down during the accumulation cycle. Okay, if you have been with me for a while, you know VET has been within the accumulation cycle since the beginning of 2025. So we're getting very close to a year now. And for the past period, during 2024, it was a pretty short cycle accumulation. It was only about 4 to 5 months. This time, it's a little bit similar to what happened back in 2002-2003, where it lasted for a year and a half for the case for VeChain. So we hope that it's not too long from now that we're going to see some improvement. Of course, it has to combine with the macro narrative that people are willing to get risk on again. Not that it is the case now when we see gold and silver prices continue to surge or hovering around a high level, as well as stock market. Okay, that's the big picture. What we hope to see next is something we call a sign of strength. Okay, this is not like a call for help signal. What it means by that is that the bulls or the market in general starts to get back to risk on mode and then start to build up the price. Not only the price goes up to challenge this yellow key level of 0.035, but also it combines with higher volume. So you can see the volume has stayed pretty low for the entire period of the accumulation cycle. We want to see something to come back at least like this volume bar around the 20th of January last year. Okay, in the daily chart, I shared previously that for the case of VeChain, it's still trading along the stronger half of the channel. There are a couple of opportunities for it to break outside of this channel, meaning the market in general confirms that the downtrend is over, but still, we're not getting that yet. The bulls are trying, but they are heavily hammered by the bears whenever they try to push the price to this yellow dash line at around 0.013. Alright, you see these long wicks from the top, while the bulls are setting these long wicks from the bottom, trying to push the price above this level. The very first stage it wants to challenge, of course, is this red key level of 0.015. However, we have to see how much support the bulls can get. If you look at the volume over here, it's not pretty encouraging for the white bars. Okay, for those red bars, it's a bit of a mixed message, but they are pretty high in terms of volume. So the bears are still pretty strong above the 0.011 level. So looking at what's happening over the past week, 23rd of January, the very first occasion where the confirmation would come, the chance is getting very slim. Next will be the 12th of February. So if the bulls successfully push the price back to this triangle, then there is a chance within the next 3 weeks we'll see a trend change confirmation. If that doesn't happen, like what it's happening today, if the price stays below this intermediate resistance of 0.0115, then we probably have to wait till end of February or even early March for that confirmation to come. Alright, that's the scenario for VeChain. Thanks for joining me. If you're interested to get access to these sessions 2 days earlier than the others,